Just thinking about it, today, 1 month from now, today, I would have seen the newest Star Wars, and to celebrate this, I bought this new poster of the Star Wars movie coming out next month, and so, it's just, I'm worried, I'm excited that we are 1 month away. Star Wars Episode 6. Return of the Jedi. Here we are from May the 4th all the way to now. This is it, guys. This is my last review of the Star Wars franchise leading up to next month's Star Wars The Force Awakens, which I am beyond hyped. I have freaked out. I cannot wait to see this movie. I'm trying to stay away from all the TV spots. I've only seen one. I'm doing everything, even though I'm playing the new game, which I actually advise is a really good game. But anyways, let's talk about Star Wars Return of the Jedi. I watched it today on my Blu-ray, and you know, I really have to say one thing. If I had to pick the weakest one, it would be Return of the Jedi because it does have the most problems. But it's still a great movie, and this review will contain spoilers. So the movie starts off, Han Solo, he is in steel, he's a metal man, whatever, and he is captured by Jabba the Hutt, this big, slobbery monster thing, and Boba Fett is the bounty hunter who took him there. And so now, all of our group, C-3PO and R2-D2, they go up to the doors, whatever, and they, like, are slaves or captured. Chewbacca's captured, whatever, and everything. And this new bounty hunter, this little weird robot talking to him. He's like, I found Chewbacca, and here, take him to Han Solo's prison, whatever. And really, that little robot thing is Princess Leia. I've said her name wrong and people have told me. So Princess Leia, it's actually her, and it's all a big setup. And so Luke comes in, he has a Jedi hood on with one hand, and he just uses the Force, and it's great. I love it. And he walks in, takes off the hood, whatever, and he's like, I want my friends, whatever. And then they sink him into this mosh pit with this big motion capture monster, which is it's a very intense scene. It really is. I love that scene. It's really intense, whatever. And while this is happening, Chewbacca is like hugging Han Solo, whatever. After he's alive now, whatever, he's back to normal. And Princess Leia is getting captured. Yeah, Princess Leia gets captured, and she's put into her slave outfit, which is super, super pretty. Seriously, Princess Leia in her slave outfit is. She looks good in that outfit. And I heard she had to work out for like months to get like in good shape for that. That's a rumor I heard. So that's pretty cool and all, but it's really cool. But back to the scene with Luke and the monster in that little pit. It's exciting. The music is great. The eerie, everything. Jabba the Hutt is a great little villain. I love it. And Luke actually kills the monster, and so now he killed it, but guess what? They're all gonna die. So yeah, that's the very first opening scene pretty much. And that's a great opening, especially how this is it. Now, I will admit, the first half of this movie is focusing on saving Han Solo, Princess Leia, and getting them out of there, all getting them together to go defeat Darth Vader. So the first half of this movie is basically that. That is that. And I like that. I like how they have to go save their friends to go beat the big enemy. I like how they're building up and everything. And so when they all go to this, out in the desert or whatever, there's this little pit, whatever, with a monster inside, and they're gonna throw Luke in there. I love it. Luke's about to walk off, whatever, he looks at R2-D2, and R2-D2 throws the lightsaber at him, he grabs it, it's a green lightsaber, he starts killing all of them, it's like, ding, 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 and they're all fighting, whatever, and it's exciting, they're defeating Jabba the Hutt's army, whatever, and then this is one of my criticisms, but I'm not gonna be so bad like every other critics I've seen. Boba Fett. Yeah, okay, so Boba Fett, he is pretty much a stormtrooper with a jetpack. He's badass. He looks badass, and he looks like a person that could kick some ass. So, when you see him, you want him to do a lot. This is probably one of the worst deaths in movies ever. He's about to shoot Han Solo, he's about to shoot Luke, I forget. And Han Solo, he turns around with the pole, whatever, and he hits Boba Fett's like jetpack, and it pushes him to the wall, he hits the wall, and he falls in the pit, and he's dead. He's dead. One of the coolest, underrated characters in Star Wars ever just dies like that. Just boop, dead. And I wish they used more of him, but I'm not going to critique so bad. My big critique comes later on in the movie. But anyway, so to defeat them, Princess Leia chokes out Jabba the Hutt. It's great. She chokes him out, whatever, and kills him. And he's practical. I love how he's practical. And this is the first time we get to see Jabba the Hutt. I love all the build-up from the other two movies, and we finally get to see him. And he's a disgusting little monster thing, whatever he is. And he's so evil, and I love Jabba the Hutt. I love the first half of this movie. It's just so interesting to get all these characters back together and go off and let's save the day. Let's defeat Darth Vader, and let's save the galaxy. So Luke decides to go back to Yoda, back to the the swamp planet, whatever. He decides to go back there and ask him and finish off his training, because he never did in Empire Strikes Back. That's why he lost his hand. That's why he lost in the last movie. So he goes back to finish off his training. Turns out, though, Yoda is going to die. He's sick. He's gonna die. And Yoda tells him, Darth Vader, he is your father, and you do have a sibling. And Luke figures out it's Princess Leia. That's his sister. And they kissed in the last movie, which is pretty funny, but they never make a joke out of it. I really wish they made a joke out of that. For some reason, I feel like, I don't know why, I just felt like that'd be a good funny joke, because in the last movie he thought she was pretty, whatever, and Han Solo like called dibs, whatever, and it was funny, but they never made a joke of that, because that would have been a perfect joke to have been like Luke realizes, oh, I kissed my sister and I really liked her. That would have been a funny joke, but they never do in this movie. So Yoda dies, whatever, and Luke's sad, but he realizes he needs to become the Jedi. He's returned to being a Jedi, which he never was, but that's why it's called Return of the Jedi, because he's going to become a Jedi. So he decides, you know what, let's defeat Darth Vader. So Luke and all them, they go to the Rebels, and they're going to go destroy Darth Vader and the new Death Star they are building, which is... That's a great idea, honestly. I mean, the Empire striked back in the last movie, and now they're going to rise even more with a new Death Star. So now we cut to Darth Vader, and we get to meet his master, which is the Emperor. He is such a creepy villain. I love the Emperor. I love his voice. I don't know why. I love how electrocution comes out of his hands, and I love that how you get to actually see, in the whole trilogy, you get to see Darth Vader, one of the most menacing villains. Well, one of our menacing villains of movie history is bowing down to an upper hand, and that is why it's so dark and interesting. I love that. And so now we cut back to Luke, whatever, and they're gonna... So this is what the plan is. So the Death Star is up in space. All the rebels are coming over. There's gonna be a big battle. But there's this planet, I forget the name of the planet. They gotta go down there. I'm gonna call it the Tree Planet. / the Ewoks planet. Yeah, we're gonna get to them soon. And so they have to go down there, destroy this little station, which destroys this force field around the Death Star, which can blow up the Death Star, and they can win. And so that's the plan. So they all go down to the Tree Planet, whatever, and this is where my criticism come from. Okay, first things first. I will say the bike chase scene is really cool and all. It's really cool and everything. Okay, I do own a pair of pants with Ewoks on them. Yeah, everyone at school says they're bears, whatever. Yeah, they're not bears. They're Ewoks, and I do have pants of them. And you know why? Because they're adorable. And you know what? I'll admit in the movie. When I first saw this movie, they were adorable. They looked like I wanted to hug one. I want one. But they slowed the movie down so much, and if they took them out of this movie, I watched the movie today. If you took them out of this movie, they really wouldn't make a huge difference. Yeah, they use trees, they throw rocks, they're smarter than stormtroopers, even though stormtroopers can't aim. Still, Ewoks are smarter than stormtroopers. It's just hard to believe, but that's my only criticism of the Ewoks. I feel like that was the most childish part in this whole dark trilogy. Like, Empire Strikes Back was dark, and Return of the Jedi, it's supposed to be a dark ending. And like the end of this movie, when I get to the end of this movie, it's the best scene in the whole movie. But this part is the slowdown part, like C-3PO being a god, whatever, and Luke raising him with the Force, whatever, and all that kind of stuff. All that could have been taken out of this movie. We're gonna get back to like Darth Vader and Emperor and everything. That would have been more interesting. The Ewoks, they're cute, they're awesome. I love the Ewoks, but they're not. They're just so childish connected to this whole trilogy. It's so dark, this whole movie, it's all action-packed and dark and ending, and this is like this one little section, it slows down, and you don't need that. That part is the criticism of this movie. That's my only criticism about this movie. So now that the whole crew have become friends with the Ewoks are going to work together to destroy this station, and so I love the scene when Luke tells Princess Leia, hey, I'm your brother, and Darth Vader is your father, and it's scary, and I love how she says, I know. Like, she figured, herself, she felt the connection. She does, I think, have the Force. Like, she doesn't have as strong as Luke, whatever, but she must have the Force or something. I hope in the new movie we see something of that, but I don't think we are. But she does have a connection with the Force, and that's why I love how she says, I know, I figured that we were brother and sister. And so Luke tells her, I gotta stop this. Darth Vader he's trembling my mind. It's killing me that he's my father, and I love the connection in this movie. The Emperor's plan is to get Darth Vader and Luke to battle each other mindly, physically, anything to defeat them and get Luke's power, because Luke is strong. He is strong with the Force. Pretty much they're getting rid of Darth Vader, and Luke's going to take his place, and he's going to be the new big thing. He's going to be the new Darth Vader, and Darth Vader, he's a menacing guy, but he has feelings, because when Luke turns himself in, I love the dialogue between Luke and Darth Vader. Luke tells him, there is another way. You were the chosen one. I've learned this. And Darth Vader says to him, I'm not that person anymore. And it's so dark and scary to think father and son connection, thinking of your father being the darkest, like, evilest man in the galaxy, and he's your father, and he was the chosen one before, and now Luke's gonna become that if he makes the right decision, and that is scary, and I love the inside this movie does. That is one of the best parts of this movie. So the battle begins. The spaceships are blowing up, whatever. It's a big battle outside. Luke is going into the Death Star to meet the Emperor. Him, Darth Vader, and the Emperor. They're going to have that big scene. Han Solo, Princess Leia, and the Ewoks, Chewbacca, all of them are down on the tree planet. They're going to destroy the station. And R2-D2 is bad at it because he saves the day. He unlocks the door. Han Solo, they all get in. They kill the people. They blow up the station. It's exciting. That's a great battle. Even though the Ewoks are just throwing rocks at Stormtroopers are like, ah! I never see Ewoks defeating Stormtroopers. I just don't see it. Even though Stormtroopers can't aim for crap, I don't see that happening. So then again, we go back up to the best part, and I love the scene. And I've mentioned it every review. I'm going to mention it now. Every movie has one lightsaber battle. Yeah, this movie does have Luke defeating, like, Jabba the Hutt's army, whatever. That's cool and all, but there's one lightsaber battle each movie. A New Hope, Darth Vader against Obi-Wan, Empire Strikes Back, Luke against Darth Vader, and in this movie, Luke against Darth Vader. I love how there's only one battle each movie, and there's some of the best lightsaber battles ever. Ever. And I love the Force in this movie, in this scene. I don't know why I say the Force, but it's just when the Emperor is just sitting there and like they use the camera work as the light on his eyes, he looks so creepy. He's sitting there doing this. He's like, "Do it. Defeat your father." He talks like this. The Force is strong, and like the lights on his eyes, and his eyes are like all red. He looks so creepy. If you ever watch this movie again, he looks creepy in this scene. It's scary. He looks scary. He looks terrifying. And I love the Darth Vader and Luke lightsaber. They clash right between him, and the Emperor's like smiling. I love it. And I love how Darth Vader toys with Luke. Luke hides in the shadows, and Darth Vader's like, if you won't come out, then I guess I'll just take your sister Leia, and she'll become my new thing. And then Luke freaks out. He starts whamming on Darth Vader. He doesn't care. Even though the dark side's taking over Luke, he does it. He slices his hand. He's about to kill him. And if he does it, he's becoming a dark side. He's going to come to the dark side. But Luke doesn't do it because he looks at his father and he's like, he's dying. He just cut off his hand. He's doing exactly the same thing he did to him. And he just throws his lightsaber and he says, I'm not going to do it. And the Emperor starts killing Luke with his electricity. And Luke's dying. I love the scene. Darth Vader looks at Luke, looks at the Emperor. Looks at Luke, looks at the Emperor. And Darth Vader makes the biggest and best decision ever. Because if you watch the prequels, the prequels actually do one good thing. They say that one day Anakin Skywalker is supposed to balance the Force. He kind of does. He grabs the Emperor and he throws him off the balcony thing. He falls to electricity and he blows up, whatever. He balanced the Force. He saved Luke. He killed the Emperor. Even though he went through a lot of bad stuff, he did balance the Force. So that's one thing the prequels did do good. He ended up balancing the Force. So Luke and Darth Vader, they're getting off the Death Star. It's starting to blow up, whatever. And we get the famous scene with Luke and Darth Vader when he takes off his mask and Darth Vader says goodbye to his son. Luke cries, whatever. It's all emotional. And Darth Vader dies, whatever. And they have to get out of the ship. The Death Star blows up. They go down the tree planet, and they all celebrate with the Ewoks. Luke's burned Darth Vader's body. They're all celebrating, whatever. Luke is a Jedi. They save the galaxy. And we get to see Obi-Wan and Yoda come back as ghosts. And then we can see Anakin Skywalker. In the original trilogy, it was this random guy. And I hate on the special edition they have Hayden Christensen come back. He doesn't deserve to be in this trilogy. I hate how the special editions do that. So the ghosts come back, whatever. Everyone's celebrating. It's really happy. Yay! And then it's over. And that's it. That is Return of the Jedi. Overall, it's a good ending. It's not as good as Empire Strikes Back in my opinion, but it's a really good ending, has a good beginning, a really slow pacing middle part, but the ending ends strong. I'm gonna give this movie a very high A. It's not an A+ because the Ewok section is the slowest part of this whole movie, and it's just Ewoks, they're the worst part of this movie, honestly. But they're adorable, I just want to hug one and cuddle with one. And that is it. Star Wars The Force Awakens is my next Star Wars review. How crazy is that? I'm done. I reviewed all 6 of them. I'm done. And that's it. That is Star Wars Episode 1, the prequel, all the way to Return of the Jedi. And I can't thank you guys enough for watching this. Thank you guys for this past 6 months watching. It has been an awesome adventure, and now we get to finish it off with The Force Awakens next month, and I am beyond hype. I cannot wait to see Star Wars The Force Awakens on December 17th at the midnight release. My review will be up that night, and on December 18th I will probably go see the movie again Friday night. But that, my friends, is the next movie, and I cannot wait. And I hope you guys enjoyed this series, and I hope you guys come back next month to review Star Wars The Force Awakens. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hope you guys enjoyed all the other reviews. Please check them out if you want to. Next month is the big one, guys. Cannot wait. One of my most anticipated movies of the year. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys!